Hello everyone and welcome to the void between reality and the land of heckin' nerds. My name is Brian, aka He of the Void, and today we are going to be taking a look at the Transformers Thrilling 30 Deluxe Class Orion packs. And this is from honestly one of my favorite lines in Transformers history, and one that I feel is criminally underrated because we got a lot of good stuff out of it, but you don't hear a lot about the line, and not a lot of people talk about it anymore, but because it was a bit of a hodgepodge of rehashes of figures or characters that haven't gotten a figure in a while, new stuff, and a lot of IDW stuff, which is where Orion Pax comes in. This is Orion Pax. Obviously, Orion Pax is Optimus Prime before he was Optimus Prime. And this is from the IDW comic, but especially when we get into vehicle mode, you're going to see that this does really take on the aesthetic of a War for Cybertron or a Fall of Cybertron sort of style figure. But first things first, we will give you the customary look at the noggin. It's a nice noggin. Very much a young Optimus Prime. I like it. Good head sculpt. As for posability, he is relatively posable. Like, he's got some decent posability for a deluxe class figure. Shoulders, or rotation at the shoulder. Oh, first, he does have a head on, his head is on a ball joint, but kind of limited with how well you can move that around. Rotation at the shoulder. If you get the transformation joint involved, he does have a bit of a backwards butterfly joint, so you could use that for posing. Ooh, as I push his head in. We have a ratchet at the elbow, which is something you don't see very often. Rotation at the wrist. Waist can do a 360. Those arms like to come undone. Hips are on a ball joint. Thigh swivel. And a ratcheted bend at the knee. Is that ratcheted? Looks ratcheted. I don't think it actually is. And you do the toes are on a ball, or the feet are on a ball joint. That's more or less for transformation, but it is nice to have some wiggly waggly on the feet. As for accessories, he does come with 2 accessories. He comes with that axe, this nice bright red, well, orangish red axe. As you might be able to see, there is some paint chipping on here. This is actually one giant piece of translucent plastic. We can go ahead and give him that axe, which I think, as I pull the fist clean off, that does tend to happen, but it does look pretty good. And he also comes with this sort of shortened version of his G1 gun. It's nice gun. Gun is nice. Nice gun. And yeah, he looks pretty good with his accessories. Overall, this is a pretty stellar robot mode. Good posability, nice painting. I do like the translucent chest. So you can see sort of this kind of looks like an engine block in there, because he doesn't have the Matrix yet, because he is not yet Optimus Prime. But you could see, and again, especially once we get into the vehicle mode, you can see where this figure could, or this version of Orion Pax could very well have evolved into, or could evolve into, War for Cybertron Optimus Prime. And yeah, we'll go ahead now and get into transformation. Transformation is pretty straightforward and intuitive, which I do like. So we'll just take these out of his hands. Then we will fold in his hands like so, and then just slot his head in. Then we're going to come down to the legs, and I'll lower the camera just a tad. We're going to put his legs together, turn the waist around, take his feet and turn them around and fold them into these cavities. And then once these are nice and flush, we're going to take these sections and fold them out just to get ready for when those are transformed. Next, we're going to come to the waist, and we're going to unpeg the waist like so. Sometimes these will come undone. Then that's going to give us the clearance to take these wheels and push them forward. Then we can take the torso and fold it back like this. Now we'll lower the camera again. Then we're going to take his arms and we're going to fold them back like that. And then we're going to fold this in, or this down, and there's a peg on his arm here. And there's a little slot there, and we're gonna just fold that in, and that will peg into place. Just kind of finagle everything down, like so. Then we'll take the other arm and do the same on the other side. Just collapse that in, and that, sometimes a little easier said than done, because it was like, to come out. We'll just sandwich in like so. Then we will take these pieces and fold them over, and they will tab together. I said tab together like so. Just squash everything together, and then you just fold those in, and there you go. There you have your Orion Pax in his vehicle mode. This is a great truck. This is a fantastic looking vehicle mode. I love this truck mode. It does roll, as all rolling things should. And again, you can see where this could evolve into the War for Cybertron Optimus Prime. It's a great car mode. It's a good truck mode. Truck mode is good. Good truck mode. I have zero complaints. In fact, there's not a ton of kibble other than you seeing the fists and, of course, the feet on the bottom. There's not a lot of kibble. And usually there is more kibble with Cybertronian modes because, you know, it's just fast travel mode. They're not trying to be a robot in disguise. But this is a pretty darn clean truck mode. And I have little complaints. You can store the weapons in this mode. You can put the gun on the side here, and then you can take that axe and you can just plug it in like that, so it looks like he's got two little guns coming off. Doesn't look the best, but it is weapon storage. So let's go ahead and get him back into robot mode, and then I will give you my final thoughts on lay figure. So first things first, we're going to fold these pieces up and just open up those pieces there. Come to the back. We're going to unpeg the arms and swing them out just to give us some clearance. Then we're going to come down here, swing these around, and then just turn the torso and just snap that in. And we'll do that in a minute. Sometimes okay, we will just pull that up now. Then we're just gonna bring the arms around and connect them on the side. Just swing those down, and we'll fold out his hands. Then we're just gonna come down here, and I already turned this around, but we're gonna separate these, come to the back, and just fold his feet down and turn them like so. And then just collapse these pieces in. I'll show you that on the other side as well. Just make sure his head's folded all the way out. Just reposition him, and we'll give him his gun and that axe like so. And sometimes the fist does like to pop out. Let's turn this around. And yeah, there you go. There you have Orion Pax back in his robot mode. Final thoughts on the figure? Absolute pickup. This is a great figure. It's a great deluxe, very posable for a deluxe. Like the accessories. Honestly, as much as I like the robot mode, I think I like the car mode a little bit, or the truck mode a little bit better. Just because it is so clean and it folds together well, and it does very much look like it, again, it could evolve into Optimus Prime from War for Cybertron. And overall, great figure. Great figure from a great line that is honestly criminally underrated. And if you have the chance to check out any of the figures from Throwing 30, absolutely do so, because they're all pretty good. I do have the mini kind of Salt team. I have Scoop, and I also have Rat Trap from the Throwing 30 line. Rat Trap is a figure I'm going to review soon, just because Rat Trap was really what got me back into collecting after I kind of gave up as a kid, or kind of gave up as a kid on Transformers. Just wasn't my thing back then, but became my thing again because I love the Beast Wars cartoon, and Rat Trap was one of my favorite characters. And the Thrilling 30 line was really what got me back into collecting, much to the chagrin of my parents. Sorry, Mom and Dad. But anyway, I am asking you to like, comment, and subscribe. Check me out, or check out all my links down below for all the places you can find me and support me. And yeah, remember, growing old is mandatory. Growing up is optional. Be curious, be playful, and above all else, be kind. And I will see you next time.